Every sports bettor will make more money betting sports by perfecting four key skills: patience, discipline, the ability to recognize value, and money management skills. I'm going to add a fifth one, which is mental toughness. Patience, they play the Star Spangled Banner every single day. There's opportunity every single day. No need to ever press, no need to ever chase your losses. My name is Scott Pritchard, professional sports bettor, senior handicapper at VegasInsider.com. Came to Vegas in April of 1993. I've been betting sports professionally since that time, 3+ decades and counting. The great thing about VegasInsider.com, the plays are time-stamped and documented. I want to talk NBA basketball. It's do or die for the Boston Celtics tonight as they take on the Miami Heat. Miami, as I've been mentioning on this channel for quite some time. First of all, I'm 29-14 in free plays on this channel. Yesterday, you may recall, I gave out over 223.5 in the Laker game. On other forums, I gave out over 224, but when I posted this yesterday, the total was 223.5. 29 wins, 14 losses against the number. Looking at tonight's game, the Miami Heat looking to close out the Boston Celtics. Miami's a 1.5 favorite. The total now has been bet up to 217. I gave out the play last night over 215.5. Something you'll want to notice in business, it's applicable to sports betting as well. Oftentimes you want to FTM, which is follow the money. Joe Public is not driving that number. Oftentimes it's wise guys and sharps like myself that are betting and moving that number. So the Boston Celtics, they blew not one but two double-digit leads in games 1 and 2 in Boston. Up 9, 6 minutes to go in game 2. They lost as they got outscored 24-9, losing by 6. And then they just were blown out in game 3. It was a bit of an anomaly. Everything affects everything else. The Miami Heat they were in a zone. They played tremendous basketball. Jimmy Butler, Bam. These undrafted guys like Strus is on the loose from DePaul University. You've got a guy named Martin. These guys just have been shooting lights out, 40, 50, 60% from the three-point line. Tough way to make a living. It is certainly not sustainable. So the fact that the Heat are favored by 1.5, Celtics, I know the fans, everyone is up in arms about this team, but keep in mind, all they need to do is win one game. One game changes everything. If they can win tonight's game, keep in mind, 2 of the 3 remaining games will be in Boston. They'd have to win one game in Miami. And of course, last game they were favored by 4.5 points before losing straight up convincingly. So it's not as far-fetched as you might think. So the Boston Celtics, they know what they have to do. Desperate teams do desperate things, applicable to everyday life. Desperate people do desperate things. So I expect a big game out of Boston tonight. I'm a little surprised that the move has been on Miami in this case, because Boston, they're proven, they're talented, they're deep, they're well coached. He's getting a bum rap at this point in time, but the fact is they had the second best record in the entire Eastern Conference during the course of the regular season. So as good as Miami is, I think they've been overachieving at this point. I could be wrong. You're talking to a guy who made a lot of money betting against the Miami Heat during the course of the regular season, as the Miami Heat had the worst point spread record in all of basketball out of 30 teams. The bad news is I've given a lot of those winnings away because I've been betting against the Heat during the playoffs. And I'm not going to stop now, okay? Let's recap the Western Conference. The Denver Nuggets knocked off the LA Lakers 4 consecutive games. Denver Nuggets, for the first time in their history, 48 years, advancing to the NBA Finals. Jokic, the absolute best player on the planet. Gordon doing a good job defensively, cleaning up the glass. KCP, good on-ball defender. Brown off the bench, rock solid. Michael Porter Jr., to me, up, down, 15 points last night. But Jamal Murray has been unbelievably good in the playoffs as well. So the Denver Nuggets, if they take on the Heat. Denver will be at home. I would make them around a minus 290, minus 3-1 favorite to win the title. And of course, if Boston somehow, some way, it's never been done. A team in the playoffs has never overcome an 0-3 deficit. If anyone could do it, the Celtics could. Everyone's down on Boston. But again, this team is too talented to get swept. They would host the Nuggets if somehow, some way they can win 4 consecutive games. Right now, you can get like plus 750 on them to win 4 consecutive games, as the minus for the series price is minus 1150, and the take back is plus 750. And that, again, is pretty darn low when you compare it to the fact that it's never been done. That's why you still have to respect the Celtics. I saw the Celtics are as high as plus 16-1 to win the title, which is interesting because, again, if they get there, they would be a small favorite against the Nuggets. It seems far-fetched because, again, a lot of people feel that this series is already over between Boston and Miami, but I am not counting them out. Back to the Nuggets again, home court. As long as they take on the Miami Heat, I would make them around a $2.90 or a $3 favorite, and my money would certainly be on Denver. In the meantime, I'm going to run down to MGM Sports and cash my plus 7-2, 350. Nuggets winning the Western Conference. I bet that when they were taking on the Phoenix Suns, knowing that CP3 was out and they had some challenges there. So winner, winner, steak and lobster dinner. One last thing, I will remind you of my sports betting seminar in Las Vegas, How to Make Money Betting Sports, Football Edition, Friday, September 1st from noon to 3 at the Westgate. It's $199 as long as you get dialed in before August 25. After that time, it's $299. And so many people are asking that I do this virtually, so I might set up a pay-per-view and or live stream it. So that's something to keep in mind. Maybe I'll do that for like $99. But again, for football last year, plays are timestamp documented, vegasinsider.com, 30-plus professional sports bettors, handicappers on that site. I finished number 1 ATS versus the spread. Did the same thing in college basketball. See the cashier. I'll talk to you tomorrow.